Hi guys, I wanted to talk to you today about something, and I've been writing a lot of blogs lately and Substacks or whatever. And I was about to write one the other day, and I realized I should probably do a video about this. It pertains to writing. It pertains to writing scams, which I have mentioned, I think, somewhere one of my videos or something recently. But I wanted to get in more in depth into it. And first of all, if you are a writer, if you're a new writer, especially if you're independent and you're nervous because you want a great opportunity, but then something's presented to you, and you're just something, your spidey senses are saying, oh, I don't know. You should look into it. And the reason why I say that is because there are so many scams right now, and I'm going to tell you all about them in a minute. But there's so many scams, and I've been dealing with this for years, and I'm getting beyond frustrated with it because it's the point now. And I had said, actually, in the particular video, I think it was writing updates, I was mentioning it, and I said, like, besides showing up at my door, they're trying to contact me every other way. So I get calls and I get emails, and they try to find me on social media and befriend me and say, I'm a writer too. What do you write? What are you working on? It's always the same. It's like, and like, and there are people who are actually writers who do check in and say, hey, I'm a writer. I thought, we could be friends, and that's fine. But you just got to be careful because there's a lot of scammers. If they start talking about, what do you do for marketing? Cut things off right there. And I'm not saying that none of them could help you. Some of them could be great. I don't know. Just be cautious. Don't be giving your money away too quickly. And personally, if you want to do marketing, I would probably, if I were to do marketing outside of myself, I'd probably get somebody I know locally who's into that, especially someone younger who's really savvy on making videos, like better video quality videos than I'm doing. And people who know how to do these different, like, TikTok stuff. I do that too, but like good TikToks. Not the ones I do. And like people who are creative, and that's what I would do. I wouldn't have a stranger and say, here's my money, and just, pretend you like some of my stuff on Facebook or whatever. And which I think pretty much is, I'm not saying that's all they do, but anyway, we're not going to get into that. But there are a lot of writing scams. Now, as I said, the first things I started to get were emails and phone calls years ago. And at first I used to answer the calls, and I'm like, how'd you get my number? And, oh, well, Amazon doesn't have my number, and I'm positive Amazon would not give my number out. Okay, you can say what you want about Amazon. I don't think they hand over an author's phone number if they do have it, which I don't even think they would. And they said, your publisher. Well, no, my publisher's also not going to do that. And if they do, there'd be a big problem because they're not supposed to. Now, how they really probably got my number? Well, the publisher I'm with is really, I like them. I won't say who they are, but anyway, I like them. I have no problem. But there's a portion of, like, when I'm dealing with people when I'm publishing a book, that the call centers are in the Philippines. And I know people are surprised when I say that, because when you think of any kind of phone scams, you don't think of the Philippines, because if you know Filipino people, they're usually really lovely people. I'm not putting down the Philippines or Filipino people. But this particular call center was there. And then all the call center since that have called me have been in the Philippines. So I don't know if somebody who worked there or one of these publishers, maybe that, or I don't know. Because it's kind of a big company, if they stole information or something. And I don't want to say that for sure, but how would you get my information? It's not out there. My phone number they call me on isn't even under my name. You know what I'm saying? And it's not my usual number too, by the way. That's okay. So anyway, the point is, and I'm not saying that against people. Like, when you think of call scams, when I say that, people are like, Philippines. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And the people calling me think it's legit. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they think, oh, you guys are doing a scam. Just pretend. I think maybe they really think it's real from their end of things, but maybe not. I don't know. I give them benefit of the doubt. The point is, there's a lot of fucking scams, and that's one of them. And what are the scams look like? Well, they're like, oh, we'll help you with your marketing, we'll help you with your Instagram followers, um, we'll help you with your website's not getting enough traffic. That's another one. Where another publisher, we'd like to republish your book, and we'll do these things, and it'll be cheaper, and you'll make all this money. Or they're a film producer, and they'll even say they're with big companies. Like, the fake being people who are legitly from, like, like, I don't know, Columbia Pictures or something, right? You name it. Like, the too good to be true. It's like, oh my God, they discovered my book and they want. No, I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but it's not usually, those people don't usually look for you. And if my book was a bestseller, then I would expect something like that, but it's not. I don't know. I'm not saying these things never are legit, but there's a lot of them aren't legit. And I'm just want to let writers know, if you're not sure, look into it, research it. And when I say research, I mean, one of the best places to go, and I swear by it, is a site called Writers Beware. I will try to link it underneath this video, if I remember. And there's a lady who does in Victoria. I feel like it's Stratus or something like. I can't remember. She's lovely, though. She's lovely. This whole site is dedicated to helping authors out. And that's like new writers, indie writers, whatever. She covers a lot of stuff, not just scams, but she has a whole thing about scams. She's a list probably this long, and I'm not joking, of different fake companies. She talks about them, and she's the expert. I'm not. I just dealt with them on my end, and I think everyone in that list of hers has contacted me in some way, shape, or form, trying to, oh, what are you doing for marketing? Like I say, it's all these, like, they're trying to help you out. Real authors don't necessarily do that. And not that they wouldn't. Like, I go on Twitter and I will retweet a book. I try to do that with a bunch of authors all the time. And I don't expect anything in return. It's simple. I just retweet, and sometimes they do for me, and sometimes they don't, and that's okay. That's the kind of thing I think a lot of authors do, or if they know you, they might try to help you, or you kind of have sort of, you've talked a little bit maybe online, and it's not like, so what are you writing right now? It's like, oh, like, do you ever, like, it just talking about normal things, probably not even writing, or your book, and I say it sincerely. I don't say it to kind of suck up to him. I'm like, your book does look really interesting, and I'm going to add it to my wish list and read it one of these days. It might be 100 years from now, but I do want to read it. So the point is, writers don't just like kind of contact people. Do you need help with your marketing? Like, we just don't do that. We're too busy doing our own fucking marketing usually. And, unless, if I had a great marketer, I might post it on my Facebook or whatever and say, hey, other writers, this is what I'm dealing with, who I'm dealing with, and here's how they help me, and whatever. I don't know. And movie production companies don't randomly contact authors. It's a little more complicated. I don't know a lot about it, but I do know it's a little more complicated. They have to make sure you own the rights to your book and that you can sell, and it's not like, well, we just want to take it and we're going to charge you a whole bunch of money and we'll write the script for you. We may not be able to sell the script, but we're going to write it for you, and that's a scam. Don't do that. Don't do it. Just write your own. Learn how to write it yourself. You can do it online. Go online and learn. It's easier, it's cheaper, and yeah. Anyway, just be cautious. That's all I'm telling you. If you're a writer, be very cautious. Go to Writers Beware. I am in no way connected to her. She doesn't pay me to say that. I'm saying it because I always tell new authors that. I always tell authors that go to that site. be aware, be careful, learn about whatever you have to know. If you have a question, she's usually pretty good to help. I don't like to say, I don't want to hesitate because I know she's probably very busy and I don't want to be like, oh, just bombard her email. I just mean, like, I'm pretty sure she would help you. Anyways, guys, and the site's free. It's not, I'm not saying that. And then you get there like, oh, I have to sign up and pay. It's not like that. It's free. Lots of great information. Go look around. Anyways, guys, if you have anything that sounds too good to be true, I'm not saying it's a writing scam, but it's probably a writing scam. Just be careful. Anyways, guys, thank you. Have a great day.